Hi, all. Welcome back to our second episode of the NFL podcast that we started. I'm Seth. This is Luke. And first off, the Broncos and the Jets both just are terrible. We'll get into that stuff later. But yeah, we're gonna go through some of the Sunday games. We're gonna talk about fantasy players that did good, other stand-up performances, some shitters this week, and we're gonna end with some fantasy discussion about one of our leagues. So yeah, we'll get right into it. Just looking at some of the scores so far that we have.
Yeah, I mean the first one is that morning slate game in London. I mean, London games are always weird, but I don't know what was going on. I mean, the Broncos offense, I don't think anybody was like talking it up as like something out of this world, but
They were
whatever
pitiful.
was going on, I mean, I don't think the Jets, whatever was going on with them, surprised many people, but as a Sutton fantasy owner, I just 2 points at the beginning of the game and still 2 points at the end of the game. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, the Jets continue to get worse every week somehow. Like I can't stand to watch any more of their games. Like every single week they just deteriorate, and I feel bad for Garrett Wilson. One, as a Garrett Wilson owner, but two, that dude wants to get out. I don't know why he signed that contract with them a bit ago, but man, I mean, you can't even score a touchdown. Fields had 45 yards, which believe me, we'll talk about later. But man, the
hmm
Broncos too. Just you can. There's no way you only beat the Jets team by 2 points. It's ridiculous. I don't know how it was that close because it should not have been at all. It's a horrible, horrible game. I
Yeah.
regret watching it.
Yeah, I'm thank God I had to go to my driver's course halfway through. I was not I was like dreading it, and then all of a sudden I was excited and couldn't wait. But it's just I think Fields is the weirdest QB in the league. I mean,
So bad.
I'm still gonna keep him in fantasy, but he has potential, but it's like 5 years in now and he's still just potential and
He only
nothing's
has.
changed. And it's just you see flashes of it, but it's in games like this, it's like he doesn't do anything. And yes, the Broncos defense is incredible. We can both agree on that,
For
but
sure.
it's just I mean, maybe it more proves just how good the Broncos are in terms of actual good chance to go all the way and make a run for it because this is kind of what I'm talking about is that defense is so good that the offense can
Doesn't
do
have to do stuff. They can do
anything
jack
all
shit.
game and they win. I mean, any other team in this game and they might be losing, but
Exactly. Yeah.
they kept the Jets to 11 and won the game.
Somehow
But
worked out. On to a more exciting game. The Colts Cardinals game was actually amazing, which I did not see coming. I thought Brissett was going to play horrible, but he was better than Kyler almost, which was crazy surprise. I don't know if you were able to watch any of the game, but I just saw some clips through Red Zone and stuff. But yeah, what did you think of it?
no, yeah, I mean, McBride's my guy too, and I mean, I did kind of call this one. I said
Yeah,
that there was a good chance Brissett went in, and he started passing because like that's the thing that everybody's been kind of frustrated with Kyler is his excuse has always been no weapons, no weapons, no weapons, and now he has Marvin Harrison and the best tight end in fantasy. I mean, not in fantasy, probably in the league,
probably.
maybe
Yeah.
after Kittle, but and he just doesn't do anything. You finally get another quarterback who's nothing to be like talked up about, and he
Yeah.
puts down a great performance, and he's taken the Colts all the way down to the final minute in the fourth quarter. So it's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, it probably says more about Kyler than it does
hmm
about the Cardinal team, but it definitely erases some doubts.
For sure, because he didn't even have Marvin Harrison, who was out pretty early in the game with a concussion.
hmm
Yet they were one score away. They were in the red zone on a fourth and goal, and they just weren't able to convert. But yeah, it was a close game against a Colts team that's one of the top in the leagues right now, record wise. They're
Yeah.
sitting at 5-1. Their offense is looking pretty good. Taylor with another amazing performance. Jones as well too, and then obviously their rookie tight end too. Tyler Warren's been
Yeah.
killing it. He's actually ranked tight end two. You said right now for fantasy, he's ranked tight end two in stats,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Um,
incredible for him.
Maybe not in stats, but he's, as by most fantasy
Yeah, it's-
experts,
yeah.
he's the second best tight end to have going the rest of the way.
Mhm.
Probably tight end three overall after Ferguson's probably ahead of him as well. But
Yeah, probably.
um, yeah, but no, I think the Colts one of the best teams in the league, and they just keep proving how they're going to win. And they kind of remind me of the Vikings from a couple years ago
Yeah.
when they had 13 close one-score games with
hmm
Cousins, and they won 12 of them. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think the Colts are a very similar team where they're finding out how to win, and it's showing as they're 5-1 and they're contenders.
Absolutely. Maybe got another game that was pretty close, a one-score game, which definitely was more of a low-scoring game. A defensive game was the Seahawks-Jags game. Seahawks won that 20-12, and Smith and Jigba with another career day. He had over 100 receiving yards again. Darnold and him look so connected right now. Reminds me of him and Jefferson last year, honestly, because he just can't stop finding him. And the Jags definitely could have done better. They had some missed opportunities, but like you said to me earlier about Brian Thomas, like he finally had a good game.
Yeah, I think this Jags team is better than people thought it would be, because I think they have Hunter. Hunter still, they need to get him the ball. Like every time he touches the ball, I see his clips everywhere online. He jukes someone out, he makes plays, extends after the run, and they have Brian Thomas Jr. finally getting involved, and I don't think Trevor Lawrence is an incredible quarterback by any means, but he's definitely a good enough quarterback to be a starter and to win games. And so I think the Seahawks defense is pretty good, and that gave them some trouble here. But I'm kind of hopeful. I would be hopeful as a Jags fan. I think you can maybe count on making it to the playoffs. So
For sure.
definitely, I'm not surprised that the Seahawks won, but I don't think the Jags' performance was necessarily too much to hate on.
Absolutely. And hey, I mean, we got your boys, the Dolphins, next. Hey,
Yeah.
feel free to open us about that game. You were close to having that
We
right.
were, we were close. I mean, we looked good other than Tua. The biggest thing is that A-Chain's one of the best running backs in the league.
For sure.
I kind of feel bad having him stuck on the Dolphins. I do and I don't, because I think the Dolphins kind of made him into what he was, the way they schemed the program around him. I mean, they did the same thing for Mostert, and so he fits really well into our system, and he just had an incredible game, multiple touchdowns. We'll talk about him later, but Waddle's looking great too. Tua's having a great connection with him, back from their Alabama days, I guess, and I love that. I think Waddle's amazing, so it was good to see him moving the ball, scoring touchdowns, and they came back at it, which is really good to see, as that was kind of the story of the season so far, as we get out to lead and then we just blow it. But we were in the lead at halftime, and then Chargers kind of started to run away with it, and we got back into the game, and Jalen Phillips can't make a sack. He only hugs the quarterback and lets him go. So
good play by Herbert there, and then
it was a good play. It was a good play by Herbert, but it was kind of tragic. I thought we might finally have it, but losing all the one-score games, if we hadn't lost 4 one-score games this season, we could be one of the better teams.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think we're kind of on upset watch now for the rest of the season. But what about the Chargers? What do you think?
I mean, the Chargers definitely, they put up 30 points, and it is against the Dolphins' defense, but they did have a much-needed bounce back scoring-wise, I think, compared to some of their past weeks. And Vidal also had a great running game. I mean, another rookie, their backup, their third-string running back at this point, I think, third or fourth, and he had a bunch of yards. He ran good. He had some good yards per carry, and, I mean, until Hampton's back, they have a good person in right now. I think they should be pretty happy with how he is.
Yeah, I think so for sure. It definitely helps them not have to try to go make some trade and give up capital for another guy for just a short time to have to compete. So depth goes a long ways in NFL nowadays, where everyone has to get hurt at some point in the season. But
Another close game that's right below that is the Panthers and Cowboys game. And man, hey, we called it. I called the Panthers. Hey, we did pretty good last week. But
we did.
The Panthers and Cowboys game was very exciting. I mean, Rico Dowdle tore it up again. George Pickens also had another career day. So I mean, 2 good offenses, but then not really much defense in this game, which was kind of weird to see.
No.
But it's expected with how the Cowboys have been playing lately. But yeah, Cowboys are not in a good spot right now, especially for how some of the other teams in the division are looking.
No, it reminds me like copy and paste of the Bengals last year. Pickens has another career day. Javonte Williams goes quiet, but I think you can't. It is what it is. But it's just that defense is so bad that no matter how well the offense plays, they're always going to be in a neck-and-neck game. And even, against the Panthers, who by no means are one of the top offenses in the NFL. So I don't know. It's just, I think they're going to be great for fantasy, and they'll be exciting to watch. And they'll be upset worthy. They can keep up with anybody. I think it doesn't matter how good the defense is. We can put them against the Broncos, and it's probably going to be a shootout. But it doesn't matter if that offense is incredible if their defense is averaging, I think, like, what is it? Like, every team gets to 30 or higher now?
It might be around there. Yeah, I don't know the exact
It's
stat, but just knowing some of
crazy.
the games they've had some high score games, like the
Even,
Giants, Eagles
yeah,
up there, the Packers too recently, and then this game too. So yeah, they've had
the
some high score
Panthers.
games.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
Yeah,
going on to the,
they are an exciting team to watch though, just because Pickens has
yeah,
shown himself that he can be trusted by Dak, and having him and CD might be the best duo in the NFL
I
already.
think so.
They'll play amazing together. I think once they're
Yeah,
both back,
it
fully
has to
healthy.
be. That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of Chase and Higgins.
Yeah,
And in my opinion, Pickens is a much better receiver than Higgins is. I
yeah,
mean,
for
Higgins
sure,
is great too, but Pickens is that type of. He was the
definitely.
wide receiver and the guy on the Steelers for a while. I mean, I'm sure you know as a Steelers fan.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, it should be exciting to see what happens. And this Panthers team's kind of on upset watch
for
because
sure.
they're squeaking out some close games. And Dowdle, what a
Another
man!
amazing day.
Crazy. Look, moving on to the next game, Rams and Ravens. I don't think both of us kind of called this one. Ravens would not do anything on
Yeah, not at
offense,
all.
and the Rams would beat them. I think the only reason that the Rams didn't put up 30 plus points is because Puka got injured, which is a little
Absolutely.
scary. But I mean, I don't think there's much surprises with this one at all.
And he was able to return too, which is good for those Rams fans out there. But
Hmm.
so it shouldn't be a long term thing. He might be out next week since an ankle injury. Those are sometimes tough to
Yeah,
heal. He might not be up to his best the next couple weeks, but he should still be healthy enough to
um,
continue for most of the
they they
season.
they have a bye in week 8
Okay,
next, so
nice.
I'm thinking that next week they're gonna maybe rest him. Then he has the bye, and that way he can just come back second half of the season and be fully healthy and not nursing an injury all
Hmm.
year. So
For sure.
I bet you that's what they do because it's not like they
Yeah,
don't
I
have
agree.
another receiver. They have Adams. There's no reason that they shouldn't be able to pull out a win with Adams. So
For sure, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, the Ravens, they need Lamar back bad. They need their people
yeah.
back because if they lose a couple more games, all of a sudden you're worried that they're not going to make playoffs. I mean, 1-5, they can definitely still bounce back with the talent they have, but a couple more drops. I mean, they still play the Steelers 2 times who are looking good. They play some other tough teams. It's going to be a tough road ahead for them.
I mean, here's an interesting take right here. I mean, are the Ravens, other than having a good quarterback, it's very similar to the Dolphins. Like, and this isn't to like praise the Dolphins. It's to be crazy on the Ravens. I mean, their defense is horrendous.
It's
They
horrible.
can't stop anybody. It's the same as the Dolphins. And I mean, the Ravens playmakers aren't doing anything, and neither are the
Yeah,
Dolphins. And then you have, I mean, to be honest, A-Chain's playing way better than Henry has. Yes,
for
Henry's
sure.
had a couple good games, but A-Chain's actually bringing the Miami Dolphins offense to life, and it's not putting all the pressure on Tua. Heaven knows what would happen then. And I mean, Waddle's been playing great, probably better than Flowers has. I mean, that
Yeah,
one's closer, and I mean, they're even without their wide receiver one and Hill, and they have, I mean, Waller's been playing much better than Andrews.
definitely.
And
Yeah,
so, I mean, and nobody has much hope for the Dolphins. And so that's just like, is Lamar that good?
yeah, he
We'll have to
must
see.
be.
But can he bring, like, if you put Lamar on the Dolphins, would they all of a sudden be contenders? It's hard to say.
Who
But
knows? It's difficult too with Lamar and Henry is because Henry was able to succeed so much last year because of Lamar's run ability and how teams were having to keep an eye on that so much. And now Henry just can't find space at all, and the Ravens just look like absolute dog shit. They look like a 1-5 team right now. There's no other
they
way to put
do.
it.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's still saying, oh my gosh, the Ravens might barely make a wild card, and they're the same as the Dolphins, and nobody thinks the Dolphins have a shot. So just wanted to point that out real quick that the Ravens are. It's kind of crazy the turnaround from a year to another. But
Absolutely.
um, going on to the Patriots and Saints. I mean, I don't know if we have to dwell on this one too long. Nothing really happened that
Not
was
so much.
too exciting. I mean,
Yeah, Keyshawn Boutte had a
Drake.
pretty good game, but
Yeah,
Drake made it good again. But besides that, I mean, it was a close game. Patriots definitely got screwed over with a couple of the calls, I will have to say.
yeah.
But, I mean, they still closed the game out strong. Spencer Rattler didn't look too bad again. Like, he's been under the radar. He's not obviously a top quarterback, but he's done well for the Saints, only winning one game. I mean, he's been playing well. He hasn't really turned the ball over much, so he's someone to keep an eye on to see how the Saints will progress. But, yeah, the Patriots still looking pretty good. Drake May still looking like he's found his ground in his sophomore year for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, moving on to the Browns and the Steelers, again, I don't think too much here to be excited about. I know Dylan Gabriel is throwing his tight ends a lot, which is great for Hunter Fannin. and David Njoku's hurt, which could be really interesting to see what happens with that.
For sure.
But other than that, I mean, Quinshon Judkins had a down game, but that's just it is what it is when you're on the Browns offense. So
I guess the
I don't know
Steelers
what you-
defense too has been playing amazing the past couple of
Yeah.
games.
I don't know what you think about the Steelers offense, if there's too much to talk about.
I mean, not really much expected. I mean, I was worried in the first half because we only scored 3 field goals, but in the second half we definitely turned it on. Found DK a bunch more. Rodgers looked pretty good. So I was happy with our offense in the second half, and then our defense solid again. Ramsey had 2 sacks, which is surprising in a game with TJ Watt and Myles Garrett. He was joking he was gonna always tell that to his kids after the post game interview, so I thought that was funny. But yeah, I mean, typical game. I mean, we've beaten the Browns the past 21 years at home. They haven't won a game at home since 2004, which is just crazy. I mean, it's before I was born. So, I mean, we own the Browns at home. We'll see how it is with the QB situation because Gabriel didn't have the best game for sure. But again, it's a second game and it's against a division rival and the Steelers, who are known for having great defense.
Yeah. Titans Raiders, we were both wrong with this one.
I know, yeah.
Cam Ward not looking good this game at all. Geno Smith not looking good either. Kind of just
He played better. He played better than I thought.
yeah. Just Brock Bowers was the problem, huh?
I guess so. Yeah, they just need him to just die apparently. But I don't even want to talk
Michael
about the game.
Mayers is Geno's guy, I guess. But
There's 2 bottom feeders. No one cares about that game.
yeah,
Not that deep.
there's no reason to break down 2 1-5 teams and whatnot.
Exactly.
But Genti looked pretty good still. Kind of just sad that he's on the Raiders. If he was on a different team, be lights out. But 49ers Buccaneers.
Yeah, for sure.
This was pretty
Definitely
interesting.
Way more exciting.
Baker's him.
Baker's
I
absolutely.
think
I mean,
that's-
no
already knew
running
that.
back. Your wide receiver, your top 3 wide receivers are gone. No, top 4 because they had. I think Sterling Shepard wasn't healthy that entire game. They found a bunch of random no names, and he still put up 30 points. I mean, some of the plays you were having was just crazy. I mean, that 3rd and 15 he converted with the run was beautiful.
It was crazy.
Just absolute dog.
And then right after that, there's a dot to Tez Johnson.
Yeah,
Makes
for his
Tez
first touchdown.
Johnson fantasy relevant. People are saying to pick him up on waiver wire. I don't think anyone knew who Tez Johnson was before
Absolutely
this week.
not.
That's a good quarterback kind of thing. And it's just, I was watching that live and I was like, oh my goodness, it was crazy. And I mean, I think the Niners, I mean, they kept in it, which is good to see. I just think until they're healthy, they're just gonna have trouble beating some of the NFL's best. McCaffrey's still the Niners' entire offense, and
Absolutely.
Mac Jones playing okay, and Kendrick Bourne playing pretty good too. But I just
That's some good points.
they need Kittle and they need Ayuk and they need some of their defense. I mean, Fred Warner got hurt. That's unfortunate for sure too. So it's just they need their players back if they're going to be able to beat teams like the Buccaneers. But
For sure. Yeah, and having Nick Bosa out too. I mean, those 2 are your best players on defense. And
Yeah.
having those guys out the entire year is definitely going to hurt them. I mean, just looking how it did last year for them again, which sucks. So many injuries just plaguing a good 49ers team who, if they were fully healthy, they'd be a good team. I mean, they're still 4-2 now, but I mean, they still can figure out ways to win. But
they have an easy schedule, which is good. But it's still going to be really hard for. I mean, McCaffrey's healthy, so
yeah, I mean that's what they need. That's all they need, I guess.
Yeah.
The last afternoon game being the Packers and Bengals, and this went for the most part expected. I mean, the score doesn't really reflect, I think, how the game was. I think the Packers dominated for the most part. Love had some questionable decision making, but Jamar Chase had a good game. He was really the only reason the Bengals were close in this game. Higgins also got some more action from Flacco, which is nice, but Josh Jacobs ran through this entire game. 2 touchdowns, a bunch of receptions too. He played amazing, like you called earlier this week. Well, last week, I guess.
Love still playing good, spreading it around. I mean, Matthew Golden might be startable here sometime soon. I mean, still need to see more of a domination over the target share from him, but
Definitely.
he's exciting option. It's still crowded room, but the Packers are getting it done. And I mean, I don't know if you can say that the Bengals are all of a sudden contenders, but I would say you can maybe start Higgins and Chase again in
Definitely
fantasy.
those guys,
So,
yeah, for sure. Flacco definitely wants to find them more. He doesn't just throw to the other team as much as Browning does, which is super nice to see. And the last game that we had was the Lions and Chiefs, which Definitely was more of a Chiefs game than people anticipated. A lot of people thought the Lions were going to win actually coming into this, but Mahomes had a great game, MVP type game. Lions had some questionable play calls in my opinion, especially on some of their third downs. I don't know if you're able to see any of the game at all, but weird
Not
game for
much.
the
I was doing
Lions.
homework this time, but I saw a little bit of it. But I was like keeping up with the updates, and I saw Juju score, and
Yep,
Hollywood Brown had a good game, which is
2 touchdowns.
interesting. And
I
Mahomes
know,
had
right?
4 tutties, I think, 3 passing
Yeah.
and rushing. So,
Mhm.
I mean, Mahomes is still that guy. I mean,
For sure.
it's not like the best year the Chiefs have ever had, but I think as long as they have Mahomes, they're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be making a run
sure.
for the Super Bowl. He is still probably the best quarterback in the league, just because he gets it done and he has games like this against the Lions, who've been destroying people the last few
For
weeks.
sure.
So I'm not going to
Yeah.
glaze the Chiefs too much. I kind of had a feeling that this is the type of game where after losing to shitters, they come out and they beat the Lions. It's kind of the Chiefs in a nutshell. But I'm not going to lie to you and say I had the Chiefs. I thought the Lions had it
For
all
sure.
day. But go figure, I guess.
I mean, the Chiefs showed why they have been to 3 Super Bowls in the past 3 years. I mean, they came out strong after a bad performance against the Jags and just put away a good team. So you can't ask more if you're Andy Reid. And obviously, I don't know if you saw about the fight that happened after the game with Brian Banch just smacking Juju. It's kind of funny, but he'll definitely get a fine, maybe a suspension.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Juju will have to make a TikTok about it.
Oh, he definitely will. But I know Campbell apologized to like Reed and the Chiefs. But I don't know. Another thing I saw this morning on Twitter, just scrolling through stuff, was like the Chiefs had 0 penalties called against them. I was like, "There's no way this is right," and a bunch of people were posting about it, and I was just kind of surprised because I know there's some that definitely should have been called. I'm not saying it's rigged, but I'm saying just gets a bit suspicious sometimes from the NFL. But
It is. It's
they still
definitely
dominated.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of weird with the refs, but then last week, the refs called everything on the Chiefs. And so,
I don't know. There was that interception that was horrible. The blatant missed PI call. Did you see
yeah,
that?
I guess that's true.
There was some
wait,
bad stuff
today
they missed.
or last
No,
week?
against the Jags.
Okay.
It was
I
a
don't
bad
know.
call. There was a couple of bad calls in that game, but hey, they're 3-3. Hopefully the NFL won't help them anymore.
Hopefully. Got him back to 500.
Yep, exactly. They're happy
But-
now. But yeah, that's all the games
So,
that happened Sunday.
yeah.
Definitely some good football. Some other strange games that happened. But
Yeah, nothing too
overall.
exciting, though, to be honest. It was
Yeah.
more of a midweek, but it was definitely some exciting games. So, yeah, now going on to some standout player performances, fantasy and just in general. You want to start us off?
Sure. I mean, the first guy I immediately thought of, and I said it on our Friday episode, was that Rico Dowdle was going to have another career day, and he did. He had, I think, 230 scrimmage yards, if I remember reading that correct.
Yeah,
He
it's
just-
crazy.
So many touches. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do when Hubbard's back, because Dowdle's running way better than Hubbard did. And, I mean, it was against his Cowboys team, too, which I'm sure he was happy about. I mean, he's looking like a good running back, and so they could either keep it and just see how he goes with, like, splitting time, or they could just sell high on him. But, I mean, he definitely, like, made a name for himself the past 2 weeks, and he definitely is a viable fantasy option for the past 2 weeks. We'll see where that goes from then. But, yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
he's looking good. Some team definitely might pick him up.
I'm still so annoyed. I remember that one I was playing Fortnite with you or something like that, and I was like looking at my thing, and I was like, oh, you know who'd be good to pick up? Rico Dowdle,
Yeah.
because Hubbard's
Yeah.
injured. I literally look at my phone, open fantasy, and a notification pops up. Caleb
That's right.
Nichols picks up Rico
Rico.
Dowdle, and I was like, no, I got him in the nerd league, but it's
That's
just,
nice.
I had him last year too,
And he was good for you.
no, yeah, he's a great RB, and he makes plays, and it's just, I mean, I got bent over this week by Caleb Nichols, so it's so unfortunate.
Rico
but-
Dowdle gave it to you.
yeah, it's crazy. He put up 30 something points again. It's
For sure.
bonkers. It's like 62 points in the last 2 weeks.
Pretty crazy.
crazy.
For a backup running back, too, you don't hear that much.
No, this is unheard of on the Panthers too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy. So he's playing out of his mind. I mean, props to that guy, and I love it. He's an exciting player. So much more exciting than Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I really hope that Hubbard just gets sold to some other team and they go with Dowdle, but
Yeah, he's
or
looking
just
good.
Hubbard gets benched. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see.
Hubbard might be on my hate watch if he goes back to 50-50 split.
Yeah,
and really
it might
terrible.
be.
But I mean, you
Hopefully.
can't. Hubbard wasn't ever like atrocious, so you
For
can't
sure,
really
yeah.
hate him. It's
He's still
just
a decent runner, but I
he
mean,
wasn't putting it down 30 points a week.
exactly.
So
Yeah. So we'll just have to see. Anyone want to kick us off with? Yeah.
Next player, I want to talk about A-Chain. I know we already mentioned him a little bit, but I mean, he's kind of him. As a Dolphins fan, it's somewhat exciting to have, and I mean, he was a third round pick too, so it's kind of surprising how well he's doing, but at the same time not. And I mean, he put up a couple touchdowns. He had that 50-yard run to open up the game, kind of
Great
brought the
run.
Dolphins offense to life, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's so explosive, and he makes plays out of nothing. And he's kind of like, he's perfect for Tua because he can't read anything down the field. So the 90 out of the 10 reads he makes, 9 times he can just dump it to A-Chain, and A-Chain can make the read for him and run it down. So
He's just so quick and he's just so fast too. Like he can just take off, he can just cut through people like a beast. I mean, he's great on the end lines too, so he's a great player for the Dolphins. Guys just better not waste his prime.
I really hope they just kind of gut everyone, get a good rookie QB next year, and just kind of get an exciting team next year. Because if I have to watch the shit show again, it'd be so sad. But
The next guy I had, which we already talked about, I'm just going to briefly mention again, was just Baker Mayfield. I mean, dude had like 6 completions again. Hurt team. I mean, he still played amazing. Carried him, put them on the back. I mean, that's what you want to see out of an MVP. So like, you can't really hope for more if you're the Bucks. I mean, especially, I didn't realize this because I was just talking with and watching the game with my uncle, and he got to the Bucks right after Brady left. I mean, that's 2 good QBs you have back to back. Which, I mean, if you're a Bucks fan, you got to be happy with that. I'm sure they weren't too happy at first, just being nervous about Baker since how he was in the Browns, just the Browns organization. But I mean, he's playing great this year. He's done good past years too. So yeah, let's just keep being excited about him, and he's going to keep doing good this year for sure. There's no stopping him right now.
And it's crazy too. I saw a tweet from someone, and the Panthers offense, I think in 2022, consisted of Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Christian McCaffrey, and DJ Moore.
That's insane.
It's crazy. And it's
Look
just
at
like
them
that kind of thing about like what if they had a competent organization. It's just they really had a star-studded roster, and now all 4 of those players are stars on their respective teams. So
Well, they got Rico Dowdle now. He's him.
Dowdle. I'll take him over McCaffrey any day of the week.
Hey, they got your boy too, your rookie, which I'm sure you're going to talk about too right now.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was going to mention. McMillan. I mean, finally broke out. I think he's exciting. I have him in another league. I mean, he passes the eye test. He looks great. And I think the Cowboys defense was, I mean, he did score 2 touchdowns, but he still had like 6-7 targets, and he had 6-7.
No.
I hate it too.
I hate it. Don't
couldn't.
talk about it. Just say 6 or 7 at least, not just 6-7. Like, that's so bad.
I didn't even try to do it too. It's just the second I said it, it popped into my mind. It was so
brutal.
stupid.
That's brutal.
So stupid. But no, he had 7 or 8 targets, and I think like almost 100 yards, and obviously 2 touchdowns he can't rely on every week. But in his first 2 touchdowns of his career, but I think that Bryce Young-McMillan connection, it could be really good. And he's definitely an exciting player. And so I think props to him, and I think it's only up from here. Like I know it's the Cowboys defense, but at the same time, I think it's what McMillan needed to really get on the same page with Young, and hopefully they can make it a consistent thing going forward.
For sure. Another receiver, pretty young receiver that I did mention before, but had another solid week was George Pickens. I mean, Dak definitely trusts him. He's going to do great with CD. I mean, he's put the team on his back with Dak lately. I mean, they haven't really done the best, like, record-wise, but, I mean, they're scoring a bunch. I mean, you love to see that as the offense, so it's really just the defense you got to figure out. But, yeah, I don't know about you. If you have any other receivers you want to talk about at all, but those are my 2 receivers at least I saw this week.
Yeah, I think I just want to mention the Chargers, Ladd and Vidal. I know we already kind of mentioned them. They both went off. I know Ladd owners are excited. They finally got 20-something points out of him, which is, I mean, good to see. But I think the Chargers are kind of similar to the Packers in the essence that they're not this high-flying passing offense by any means, and they have Johnson, Allen, and Ladd. And it's not that Ladd is bad. It's not that Johnson's incredibly crazy out of nowhere. I just think you have 3 solid receivers, and it's hard to cover all 3, and Herbert's going to spread the ball around.
Definitely.
And so you just kind of got to pick which receiver you think is going to go off at a certain week, and you might get 2 points, you might get 25, and or maybe right in the middle, and you can't really complain about it. But I think I know Ladd owners are probably happy, and
Yeah,
I
he had a
didn't
pretty solid
draft him.
game.
I knew that it was kind of crazy to draft him as high as he was getting drafted, but
Yeah, he was getting drafted.
I know
high.
a ton of people took him high and kind of got punished for it. So I'm sure they're happy. And Vidal, like we were saying, he looks like a good RB. Might be able to be a good replacement for Hampton. I'm hoping I get him off waivers this week, but I don't know if I will. But he
That's
definitely
mine.
looks like.
He's mine.
Well,
He's
we'll
not
see.
yours.
But
I scored way less points than you. He's definitely mine.
we'll see.
I need him. He's
No,
mine for
yeah.
sure.
Bucky's probably coming back this week.
Definitely.
So I should be okay. But
You scored way more. You scored way more than me too. I'm not. You're
no, I
definitely
literally was like third in the league, even though I lost by like 40. It's so tragic.
Exactly.
I mean, I played JSN and Dowdle. I don't
JSN,
know.
another guy I was going to talk
Yeah,
about.
you go into.
I mean, that's another 130-yard game he had. 8 receptions. Him and Darnold look amazing again. I mean, yeah, just keep looking at this dude. Like, yeah, he just keeps getting better every week and every year too. I mean, that Ohio State group they have receivers in the league right now are just amazing. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's other ones coming up in the future drafts that are going to be under the radar too. But hey, keep an eye on them because if this is how all of them are playing, I mean, they're doing something right there. And then the last player I want to talk about was going to be Tyler Warren, who had a career high in targets yesterday. He had 9, another touchdown. Looking like a really good player right now. He's definitely one of the top tight ends in the league already. Definitely, there's some injuries with like Bowers and Kittle, but he's proving himself to be a solid person for the next couple years.
Yeah, and I think that's about it for me. Just a couple people to mention. BTJ, like we were saying, I think he's on the up and up. He might be startable here for sure, and I think he and Trevor Lawrence are finally getting a good connection because I think that was part of the problem. Is it was, forget who their QB was last year, like Mac Jones or something.
It's Mac Jones, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's just like I think it's hard for. It's not like that connection was just all of a sudden going to be the same with Trevor, but I think they're getting it going, and then McBride looked great, and I think hopefully Kyler's just out rest of season, and Brissett can just get me points with McBride, but I think it's good to see a 20-something point game out of McBride because it really got old, just 12 points, target hog, small check downs. It's just like he is a good player, and so I know Harrison's not going to be out every week, but definitely just wanted to point those names out. So, talking about the Cardinals, Sunday shitters of the week, kind of about facing Kyler Murray. He might be my new version of Geno Smith for you, because on my tight end, I mean, I can't complain the same way you can complain about Bowers, but other than this week, I mean, his highest points this year was like 10, 11. It just wasn't. He got a lot of targets, but I don't know what Murray's doing. I mean, I know his running back is out, but it's just Brissett had a great game. He's getting it to Harrison for a little bit, doing great with McBride. He's making some of these rookies. I forget who it was. I think it was like Zach Bond or something. Had like 15, 16 fantasy points. Somebody, or maybe it was Greg Dortch. I forget. I get all the backups confused. But the the Cardinals wide receiver that went in, he did great, had a touchdown. I mean, it's just moving the ball around. It's a good offense. You have playmakers. And Kyler Murray is just, I don't know if we mentioned this already, but he had like 340 passing yards and like multiple touchdowns. And the last time Kyler Murray did that was 34 games ago or 3 years ago, back when he had like Hopkins and AJ Green on the same team.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I mean, Brissett comes in 1 week, and it's not like they were playing a terrible team like the Dolphins or the Cowboys. They're playing the Colts, who've been playing great. And I mean, obviously the Colts defense isn't like top 10 in the league, but the Colts are still a great team. And so it's just, I don't know. It's, if Murray comes back and all of a sudden the Cardinals all become barely startable again, it's just, he's going to be top of my hate watch.
Definitely got some questions for him.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just hate on him just because he's injured, but at the same time, you kind of can. So, going on to you, I know you have a few people.
I got to grab my charger real quick. You go through your next person real quick.
Okay, sounds good. So little Seth not charging his stuff. I just don't be like Seth, guys. But I know he already talked about Fields. My other guy was Stevenson. Just pulling up. Sorry, just talking about stats with Stevenson. It's just pull this up. He had about 18 carries on 12 rushing attempts this past week, which is, I mean, he's barely averaging over a yard per carry, and it's not like he doesn't have the excuse anymore that the Patriots offense is a terrible offense anymore. Drake Bay is playing like one of the better quarterbacks in the league.
Sure.
He has no excuse to be averaging less than 2 yards per carry, and what makes it so much worse is Travion Henderson is barely getting any touches, and he's doing so much better, and it's just like, it's kind of like I kind of feel bad for Ramondre simply because it's not really his fault that Stevenson got drafted and he has a rookie kind of breathing up his neck, but at the same time, why are they still starting him?
Who knows?
What did Ramondre do? Why do they like him so much?
He has to be blowing the coach or something. Like, there's no other way around it. He has to just be every week just under the desk. There's no other way around it.
Yeah, and even then, he still gets the same paycheck. So I don't know why. I really don't understand why they're so adamant about putting him in. But
who knows?
I'm trying to find how many points Henderson scored this week. But
there's not much, I know.
Yeah, you can go talk about your next wide receiver.
Yeah, sure.
Next player.
So the first person I had, and it's kind of both together, but I just want to talk more about the Jets-Broncos game because that shit was horrible. I mean, first off, Fields threw for 45 passing yards. His net passing yards was in the negative. So that means if you were sitting there on your couch watching the game, you had more passing yards that day than Justin Fields did, which is just crazy. Like, he just threw it backwards and they would run. And it's just, that's how, like, for those of you who don't know, that's how net passing works. Like, it's how far you throw it from the line. So he's throwing it behind the line. And it's just ridiculous from your starting QB to have that. I mean, as a Jets fan, I'd be pissed right now. I'd be pissed you're wasting people like Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. How Fields is doing. I mean, you got to try to change the QB or something because they're not going to fire the coach already. But
yeah, I don't know. I think some of it's the scheme. Like, it's not Fields' fault. Like, has he had a ton of interceptions? Like, I don't think that's really been the problem. It's just he's just doing all kinds of, I don't know, kicks and giggles and funny games behind the line, and it's just, that might be an offensive coordinator, a play calling thing. I mean, let Fields air it out a few times, have some designed runs. They just, I know it's the Broncos D, but it doesn't have to be hard.
And yeah, I mean, whenever they do play in the fourth quarter and they actually start to play football, like getting Garrett Wilson involved, they score points. Fields is the best fourth quarter QB in the league almost right now, but it's just garbage time. It doesn't even matter. So I want to see something definitely different from Fields, but also play calling to give him more chances if that's what it is. That way we can see if it is like actually Fields' issue or if it's definitely coaching or something else like that.
Yeah.
The next person I have, like I just said, is the Broncos. I mean, we talked about them at the beginning, but you can't put 13 points up against the Jets. I mean, the Dolphins even scored more than that without Tyreek Hill. They just played horrible.
We put it like 27.
Exactly. I mean, just horrible game. I mean, they scored their touchdown for like a wide open tight end, so a good play call. But like besides that, I mean, you even took a safety to the Jets. They just got to look better if they want to continue because their defense is the only reason they won that game, and that's saying a lot because of how bad the Jets are too. So you want to see something better from Sean Payton. I'm sure he's analyzing everything because he's a great coach. He was great at the Saints, but I mean, they got to figure something out. They can't keep doing that. I mean, they came off a great game against the Eagles too, so it was pretty surprising to see them play like that. But they're definitely a Sunday shooter just through how bad that game was.
For sure.
And some of the later games, the thing I had, that's right, I forgot. I was going to talk about Tua's, man, some of those plays, some of those interceptions, because I'm a big red zone guy, and so I'd be like, okay, maybe Tua's going to throw a deep ball, he's going to find Waddle. Or just the other team. He found the Chargers 3 times, which is just, we love to see that.
It's crazy.
I mean, it wasn't the last play, but again, Miami miracles happened before. You can't just throw the ball. It still counts as an interception. But,
guess who they picked, too? They picked Nick Westbrook-Ikine. That's their miracle guy. You have Jalen Waddle, Darren Waller, AJ. Let's hit Nick Westbrook-Ikine with our miracle for a 10-yard pass into triple coverage. That's gotta be the secret.
Straight to Derwin James.
It's just stuff like that is just like, it's crazy. It's just like, why? Like, it's like us sitting at home could scheme up a better play than that. Like,
Yeah,
legitimately. I know we don't know that much about football, but we know enough not to have, when you need all the yardage, like 80 yards, and you're going to have
throw
Nick
10
Westbrook
yards.
Akine throw a slot route into the middle of the field in triple coverage, and you're going to pick him when you have Waddle and A-Chain running deep to the end zone.
Exactly.
It's just like, I would much rather, if you threw up a crazy Hail Mary to Waddle and let him try to make a play deep down the field, I'd take that any day over trying to get just a
Absolutely.
completed
Yeah.
pass. Like, if you didn't get it, I wouldn't blame you. If it got intercepted, I wouldn't blame you. But when you
Exactly.
get it, a 10-yard pass to freaking Akine, it's crazy. Tua's a good guy, but CTE
Not a
fish
good
brain
player.
might be his problem. Yeah, I
He
don't
needs
know.
to be studied. I'm very curious what his brain's going to be like when he's like older. Like that dude's not going to be able to talk. It's going to be brutal. I mean, I liked him as a player when a couple of years ago he was a machine. I mean, so many passing yards. Found Tyreek so much. Tyreek had an amazing year with him. Even Waddle was good, but I mean now the Dolphins just look
Hmm.
not good. And Tyreek Tua just loves to give the ball over. Tua turned the ball over. I mean, you know that's his name, so you can't
It
expect much out of
is.
him.
It made me kind of annoyed when you used it the first week, but I can't. I can't hit
Hey,
on it now. It's annoying me to the point that I'm pissed off, and it's I don't know.
6 weeks
I
in.
just wanted to mention, yeah, Ramondre Stevenson had 9 carries for 27 yards, so
That's not
he's
good. Yeah.
averaging more double per carry than Ramondre is, and he's getting less carries, and it's 7 weeks into the season, and nothing's changed except Ramondre had the one good game against the Dolphins, and
Yep.
everybody has a good game against the Dolphins. Kamani Vidal had a good game against the
Yep.
Dolphins, so
They're just giving points out. They just love everyone. They just want everyone
I
to
don't,
succeed.
yeah, it's crazy. So, you had anyone else you wanted to mention, or
I had
I
one
mean,
more. I had a pair. As you know, I mentioned a certain man named Zach Charbonnet last week on my
uh
hate
huh,
watch,
uh
and
huh.
while the hate watch was successful, him and Kenneth Walker had 35 yards together, like each. And yeah, that running back room just is abysmal right now. I mean, they're not getting good carries. I mean, you can't start either of them in fantasy this week. Like I'm benching him the rest of the season until like
It's crazy.
Charbonnet breaks his leg because there's nothing else you can do because
And
they both average.
they're both okay
Yeah,
RBs,
exactly. If
but
they're separate,
like if
they'd
you
be startable.
when you add their stats together, they're one of the best RBs in the game. Like it's not
Yeah,
like the Seahawks don't have a running game, but they just eat into each
exactly.
other, and it's more of a fantasy manager problem because it's working out great for the Seahawks, but
Yeah,
we need startable fantasy guys, and so
for
you need to
sure.
pick one of them. I'm right there with you, and I don't have either of them.
Yeah,
But
props to the Seahawks. They're doing good with them. It's just as fantasy managers, and I see it all over Twitter because I always see Kenneth Walker trending. And I know he had a shitty performance again. I mean, it's just so tough to start him. I can't do it anymore.
hmm
I'd rather start Woody Parks and just hope he gets more snaps than Chubb, who that might come up later this week. I hope Chubb doesn't do good, but yeah, I mean, it's just so tough to start either of those guys. You just can't.
yeah,
Yeah, the only time they do good is if they get like a big touchdown. That's the only time
hmm
they'll get like 15 points or something.
and it's you can't bet on that, or you're not
Exactly.
gonna win. But
Yeah.
okay, injuries. Terrible part of fantasy, terrible part of NFL. It's NFL has to protect their players. I don't know what it is. We get injuries like none other these days, and it's all their stars, and it's bad for the face of the game. And I don't know. I don't know what it is because I feel like
Yeah.
back in the day, people would get injured after getting sandwiched between two guys
Hmm.
on a hospital ball, and now guys jump
Yeah.
up for a 50-50 and come down and their hamstring's gone for
I
four
know.
weeks. So I don't know what it is. I don't
I
know
don't
if
know
these
either.
players aren't taking care of themselves. It's hard to say. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah. It's
It's
surprising
just
because
some of
like
these
medicine keeps getting better and people are getting
uh-huh.
more care and like we know more things about the human body. Yet there's more injuries and there's more worse injuries too. Like you don't see like these crazy leg injuries when you look at like some of like the
hmm
old plays. Like I know there's a couple my dad said to me, but like some of the ones even like this year like never happened. Like Fred Warner's was pretty rough. Tyreek's was horrible. Just stuff
Yeah.
like that you don't see
It's just
much.
like even like what was it in the Super Bowl with the 49ers a couple of years ago? Fred Warner got hurt or
Yeah,
Greenlaw just
yeah, it
running
was
out
one of
on the
them.
field.
Yeah,
And it was
so
just
weird. He was
it's
out like most
stuff
of the
like
year
that.
after that.
And I think part of it too is now at today's NFL we don't view injuries as like negative on the player. And like I
Yeah,
know you can't control your injuries, but guys who are always getting injured, guys who just Like back in the NFL, if you were a guy who was injury prone, why am I paying you so much money when I don't know?
Yeah,
I'd rather take the safe guy. And I
exactly.
think that's part of the reason you had guys like who was it? On the Patriots, you had all these wide receivers, and other than Randy Moss and people back in the day, like
Oh
Tom Brady
yeah.
would always talk about staying healthy. I think Tom Brady missed one game his
He
entire
that
NFL
that
career.
dude never missed anything. He was
It was,
always on the
yeah,
field.
like maybe one game his whole NFL career. That's unheard of in today's NFL.
Yeah, for
And it
sure.
was like he won the Super Bowl on like a partially torn ACL or MCL
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
It was just like the way they could play through it and how much tougher they were. And I mean, who was it, Amendola and stuff? I think these kind of wide receivers, I'm not trying to hate on them,
yeah,
they would be a nobody in today's NFL because they're not these like quick,
yeah. They're just
um,
a bunch of crackers running out on
eye-grabbing
the
guys,
field.
but they're tough. They're making catches, they're
Hmm.
making plays, and they're there every single time, and you can trust them. And you have these other guys that they're out all of a sudden, like even Neighbors. I mean, people are blaming it on the turf, but I mean, he jumped up. That's not like a pivot or a turf. Like,
Yeah,
why is your ACL snapping when you're just jumping up to get the ball? Are you like? It reminds me of Luke Lundy, bro. A
yeah.
friend of
I mean,
ours.
people are so
It's just like these
ridiculous all the
glass
time.
cannon type players that are just incredible when they're on the field, and they're just breaking records,
Hmm.
game by game average wise, but they're not consistent, and it's
Yeah,
just. I mean, we can start talking about some of these players. I mean,
I
like
mean,
Buka.
we can just
I
brush
don't know.
through a couple of them real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I know we both have Buka in leagues we care about,
yeah.
and I was depending on him. Not the reason I lost. I played against Jason and Dowdle, but it's just. I mean, I don't. I hope it's nothing too serious. He might be out a
Yeah,
week or two, which is unfortunate. I think, especially with Evans coming back soon and Godwin, they're not
definitely.
going to have to rush him back, which is unfortunate for me on my fantasy team. Probably the right decision,
Yeah,
but I don't know. It's hard to know exactly what happened. I think it was a hamstring
it
injury,
was
which is,
hamstring.
yeah, it's not good to see because those
Yeah,
kind of
for
injuries
sure.
can either
Those are
be
tough.
1 week, not a big deal, or like in CeeDee Lamb's and Evans' case, they're out for weeks.
Yeah,
So I don't
who
know,
knows?
but
He's a younger guy, so hopefully he
hmm
recovers quickly. But I'm guessing he'll be out 2 weeks. If I had to guess, that'd be my
yeah,
projection.
I
Like two
think he
weeks.
will. But
I don't know
it's
when their bye week
unfortunate.
is either, but I think 2 weeks, unless he has a bye week. I think he'll rest through that. But yeah, I mean, then there's the Puka injury, which luckily he came back in that game, but still another just weird injury. Like he just landed, and all of a sudden he has an ankle injury.
Yeah,
I mean,
grabbing
who
his
knows?
shin.
Maybe it is this turf. Maybe it's all the new fancy
Yeah,
turfs they're putting in. Who knows? Because there's always just so many like non-contact injuries
and
like that. And
Joku
yeah,
was like the same kind of thing, just another
uh,
non-contact injury. And
yeah,
I don't
happens
know.
all the time.
Kyler was just been out this week. I forget what it is that's bothering him, and he's probably going to be out next week, is what they're saying.
I think he's
And
playing
it's
the new
just like
Siege actually. I think new Siege came out. I think that's why I think that's why he missed the game.
that might be it. That might be it. Freaking Kyler is just, and he already got his big paycheck, so what does he care? It's
He's
just,
just sitting at
I
home
think,
making millions.
yeah, I know. I don't know. I know they don't get the incentives they used to get too. I don't know if that's what it is, or if just how much they get paid.
Probably
It's
who
just,
knows.
I don't understand what it is as these players. It's just. I mean, we've talked about most of these guys. I think the last guy to mention is Johnston, but
Yeah, and I think he might have been hamstring too. Actually, now that I'm thinking, or it was like ankle or knee. It was some leg injury. But I mean, he should be back next week. He was questionable
hmm
for this week, but
yeah,
he should be back at
I
least
think,
definitely the next 2 weeks. Most likely the next week too. So there's nothing to like worry
yeah.
about too bad.
It's like it's so many injuries. This point is not. I don't
Yeah,
even know if it's worth diving into each player. I
I
mean, they're
know.
all
There's
just injured.
just
It's
so
just,
many this year. Like so much more than the past couple years.
it's
It's crazy.
frustrating. I just, and it's the stars too.
I
It's not
know.
like it's good for the NFL. I mean, these are your guys that like make your headlines. Imagine if Malik Neighbors was healthy on that Giants offense right
They
now.
would be a
It'd be
contender.
so
It'd be
fun to
so good.
watch. They'd be
Yeah.
one of the best teams in the league. I mean, it'd be great for me as a Neighbors owner, but
Yeah.
it's just
It'd be fun football to watch.
exactly. And instead, you have to watch them try to rink and dink with Theo Johnson and
Wandale
Wandale and Slayton.
Robinson.
It's just like, not that any of those guys are bad, but it's just not stars that you can rely on to like
Exactly. Win you a game.
win games against. I mean, I guess they won against the Eagles,
They have Jalen Hurts
but
as their QB though, so
yeah, that's true. He's getting so much hate. It's
I love it.
hilarious.
It's so great to see.
I love it as a Tua fan. Not that Tua is better than Hurts. Well,
Tua is not better than Hurts. Hurts is shit. Tua is a whole tier below that. Don't even begin this. Get out of here.
No, I just hate it because everyone always compares him because they played at Alabama, and everyone's like, "Why did Tua get the job over Hurts?" Because he's better, most accurate QB in the league.
Get that? Are you counting the passes he gets
caught.
on the team?
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Hey, you saw how much Hurts missed everyone and just hit the grass
At least Tua
last
gets
week.
to someone.
Tua gets it caught every single game. He throws to the highest concentration of people. I mean, he's just thinking at a higher level.
He just doesn't want it to hit the ground. He's thinking beyond human capabilities with the amount of brain injury he has.
It's just crazy. I mean,
I don't think he knows how to spell interceptions, Loki. I wouldn't be surprised.
What a steal, paying him $200 million for 4 years.
I mean, yeah, that's perfect. I mean,
that Dolphins front office, just don't let them leave. Do not let them walk. I know all the other teams are calling right now. Just you got to lock it down, and I think you just need to keep all those players while they're here. But, anyways, any other injuries? Yeah, fantasy.
Let's talk about fantasy. I mean, so I'm sure that these two episodes, first one, this one, I can go through like some of the stuff we talked about. I mean, for like the league rules, it's a 12-man league. Got 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, a QB, a flex, and then a kicker too, obviously. And then we also have 3 defending positions, which most leagues don't have, which I enjoy a lot. I think people have had fun with it this year too. But it's a defensive lineman, a linebacker, and then a defensive back. And so you count tackles like 1 point, assist is like 1 point, that's 0.5, and then like sacks is like 2 or 3. But that's like the setup. It's a $50 buy-in that I run, and this is the second year we've done it. I went last year, of course, because like commissioner privileges. But yeah, I mean, it's always fun. We do it with a lot of friends. We like know most of the people. I mean, I know everyone. I feel like you know a decent amount of the people.
Yeah, it's just a couple of your extended family. I don't know, but like I know at least like 80% of the people in the league.
Well, it's funny because I know you've met them before, like because they've come to like soccer before. Because like some of those, like some of my uncles there in Colorado, but like it was a while ago, so like I doubt you remember them.
Tea time in Hilton Head too. I met quite a bit of them.
Yeah,
I just can't really pick. I didn't remember all their names.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't smart like that, but.
Yeah, it's a fun league for sure. I mean, this year my team's absolutely horrible, but I mean, yeah, it's fun. The winner wins like $400, which is nice because we do first, second, and third. But hey, if you want to pull up some of like the rankings we were talking about earlier, your special little app. Because yeah, we were just gonna go through some of the power rankings, looking at some team breakdowns, projections like that, just to end the episode today.
So yeah, this is our league, 2025 league is what it's called.
Yeah, I'm not creative.
That's okay. So yeah, I mean, this is our league. We have 12 teams, as you can see. Some of them, this is the power rankings. So this isn't necessarily who's ranked, like has the best record, but more like who has the best team rest of season. So first off, I mean, we can kind of just go through. Scary Terry, this is Seth's cousin. Knows quite a bit of ball.
He might be on at some point actually.
Yeah, we might have him as a guest at some point. Bills fan, which I'm not a huge fan of, has some crazy takes.
Oh man!
But other than
feeding time.
Yeah, and I mean I would too if the Bills were bad, but he clowns on me all the time, and it just pisses me off because it's been a few years since we've had even one win.
So funny.
Makes me really sad, but I mean, last year he had the number 1 team here again, and he did it 2 years in a row, which is good for him for sure. Not necessarily the best record. But this is kind of his team. Patrick Mahomes looking like probably the best valuable QB. You're getting him around 5 or 6. And last year he was kind of a letdown, but this year he's been really good so far. I mean, last night was incredible. He also has Javonte Williams. I mean, you just see some great picks. I picked him in a couple other leagues, but probably the most valuable pick of the whole draft. And you have Kyron, who's looking great. Judkins, which is also a very valuable pick. Fortunately, Hampton got hurt for him. And then CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, great wide receiver room. And yeah, he has one of the best tight ends in Tyler Warren. I mean, just a solid team. I think nobody'd be surprised if he made it to the final again this year.
Definitely,
I mean,
CeeDee's back.
As much as he annoys me being a Bills fan, he knows his stuff. This 2 years in a row. Ball. Last year I called luck. This year, I mean, another fantastic team. So, yeah, I mean, is there anything else you want to say about it? But
I mean, yeah, he's yes for being like in high school. He knows ball very well. I mean,
hmm
I just try to find a lot of people that like are involved in football. I mean, I know this year a couple of our players don't like to be involved, which they're definitely going to get kicked. But next year at least, I don't think they're going to watch this, so it's fine. But they're probably going to get kicked. But I mean, yeah, I just like to see people involved. That's what I look for when I pick people
yeah,
for the league. Mostly everyone's involved except for like two people too, which is nice to see. But yeah, has a great team. Definitely going to be a playoff team for sure.
yeah, for sure. And I mean, I don't. I mean, I think this is one of the better leagues in terms of involvement. I mean, everyone puts in waiver picks. Everyone, like in other leagues, you'll get weeks where they don't sub in someone for a bye. It takes you 2 seconds. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't, as far as I know, that doesn't really happen in this league. People at least put in their best lineup. Maybe don't do the most research and don't do as much waiver pickups, but
Dropping Cam Scatterby.
it's crazy work. Next is me. I'm power two. I'm number two in the rankings. Record wise, I'm number one, but this isn't this week, so I just lost to the number two team. So things are definitely going to shake up after this week. But right now, number one team record wise, power rankings, number two. Had pretty good picks. A lot of injuries is kind of hurting me right now. Quarterback room not the best, but Prescott actually looks like a pretty good pick. I was super low on him for a bit, and Seth was kind of telling me to wait it out. Glad he told me about that. But he's looking, I mean, that offense is looking great. He's averaging around 20 points a week now. Also have Jackson Dart, which is a great backup to have. He's
Definitely,
looking
yeah.
super exciting. Only have this guy, best player in fantasy, because Seth told me to draft him. I would have drafted him on Raw. So
Not
super
a
happy
bad,
about that.
not
No,
a bad person to have.
I still would have been good, but
CMC is amazing this year.
it's incredible as long as he stays healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously this is where it's just Bucky's hurt, but still been playing like one of the best RBs in the league. And I picked Mason, which is great to have. I mean, I picked him super super late, and he's been
Mm-hmm.
took over the Vikings backfield, and it's not like he's been playing horrendous. It's just their O line sucks.
Yeah.
JCM, another great player that I got super late. So it's just some of these guys more just kind of trying to figure out bench people. None of them are super exciting. But
Mm-hmm.
Carter had a terrible game. He got outsnapped by Bam Knight, which kind of pissed me off. But and Ibuka, great pick by me. I've been talking about him all the time.
Definitely.
And same thing with Sutton. Terrible this week, but he's been playing great. And Terry, I mean, I'm hoping he comes back. But that's what I'm saying. I just have so many people injured. And McBride, I have the best tight end. So somehow tight end ranked 3 just because I don't have a backup. Ridiculous. That's why some of this app you
Doesn't make
can't take
sense,
it
yeah.
with. You can't take it 100%, but it definitely does a good job taking into account like it's not just straight linear. Like it values Christian McCaffrey super super high compared to like even the number 5 running back. So it is very accurate, but like just in terms like this where my tight end rank is number 3, like there's
Doesn't
no
make
reason
sense
for
at
that.
all,
Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of the team. Those are the top 2 people. This is Seth's dad.
Yeah.
Probably, in my opinion, the best team.
I agree.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of confused why he dropped down in the rankings. He was number
Yeah, it
1 on
didn't
this
make
site
sense.
for like the entire year. So I don't
I
know
think
if it's
just
because
Puka.
Brees. It
Yeah,
could be
it's
the
just Puka.
Puka injury. I'm still. Oh, wait. Is this wide receiver 4? I don't know,
I
but
don't know. Yeah.
it
Who
could be
knows?
like I think Puka might have dropped down a bit. I think that's what happened just because of that
Mm-hmm.
injury. But and we'll have to see what happens with Rome. But I just think and maybe Zay Flowers is dropping quite a bit too,
Yeah, that's
with
probably what it
the Ravens being very bad, and same thing with Keenan Allen's had a couple
is. Mm-hmm.
midweeks. So it's probably same thing with Brees Hall. He has a lot of players dropping in value just because they've had a bad couple of weeks. But his starting lineup is still incredible,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Jaden Daniels is still. I mean, he's ranked at the QB5 right now. I think that's still too low. He's been putting
Yeah.
up good weeks, and he put up like 25 points last week against the Chargers D. So I mean, give him. I think he plays the Bears.
Hey, he
We
should
could
smoke the
we
Bears.
could see
Yeah.
a 30, 40 point game from Daniels, and so it's just. Yeah, this is definitely I'm most scared of this team, but
Yeah, for sure.
number 3 right now. This is also very good team. Had
Definitely.
CD last year, as you can see with the name, but I
How
don't
does he
know.
not have the best running room? He has JT and Jameer. That makes no sense.
I think
How
it's
is he
just because
third?
of probably because of buys and stuff like that. I mean, we can sort by running
Surprising.
back rank, which is kind of cool at this site. I mean, he's third. I guess I have the best RB room, And it's probably
CMC
because,
and Buck
see,
is
that's what
pretty
I'm
good.
saying, is it
Yeah.
does a very good job of ranking, not linear, because, like, this is a cool thing with fantasy is uh, the top, like, 5 guys averaged, like, the difference between them and, like, the next 5 guys. Like, the top 5 guys might average 30 points a game around, and then, like, the next 5 guys will average, like, 25 points a game. And then guys 11 through 15, like, the difference between RB 11 through RB 15 is 1 point a game at the end of
Yeah.
the season. And so it's just those top 5 guys having like the number one running back overall. It's like he's going to average by the end of the year compared to maybe the only guys that might be closer like Bijan and Taylor. But other than those guys, he's going to average like 10 points a game more than other running backs by the end of the year versus
Yeah.
like even though those other running backs might be the sixth best guy to have. And so I think that's part of the reason. And
Yeah,
just
it
because I
could
have
be.
Bucky and JCM, I mean,
Yeah,
I
they're
just have a
backups.
ton of running backs too. And so it does add up having the running backs, whereas he only has 2. So, but that RB room is incredible. I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
I don't know. You can also start talking about too. I'm kind of stealing your thunder,
Oh
but
no, no worries. I mean, you use this app way more than me, but I mean, yeah, this team has Lamar once he's healthy, definitely be good. His wide receiver room is interesting, just having 2 of those Chargers players and also a rookie. Definitely could have a bit stronger there. But then Goddard also has been a great tight end this year. Hurts loves to give him the ball, so I'm surprised he's ranked where he is on that part. But yeah, again, a
yeah,
very solid team, constantly puts up a lot of points. It's definitely a team that will make playoffs too.
yeah. And I do think his wide receiver room is gonna hurt him because again,
Yeah,
Quentin Johnson, Lad McConkey. Like the problem is you just can't nail down when they're gonna have their week,
exactly.
and so it's just. I mean, if I were him, I might actually consider trading one of his RBs for a couple solid wide receivers. But I mean, having Lamar and having JT, and it's a crazy team, and he's going to be able to win. So, and I mean, again, like you said with Goddard, it's a great person. But
Yeah,
um,
Caleb Nichols, I think.
let's go back to rank instead of RBs
Yeah,
and Caleb Nichols. I also think this guy's team is very underrated on the
it's
app.
very
I mean,
good.
he's
Yeah,
currently going to be number one in our league alone
yeah.
by himself because it's only me and him with one loss, and he destroyed me this week. So, I mean, yeah, best quarterback room.
For sure. Very
But
good running back room right now. If Dowdle is still going to be
yeah,
Bijan too, and then he has JSN too, and then he has some good backups. Like Waddle's not a bad person to have as your second
no,
wide receiver.
I've been trying to trade, but he just doesn't respond.
He doesn't. I'm telling you, he does not like to trade. He doesn't like to trade his players away. Especially he likes Waddle. He's not going to get rid of him.
Okay, yeah, I understand, but I kind of get why he's ranked 5, because like I just think these top 3 players he has are JSN, probably in my opinion, wide receiver 1 rest of way with the Puka injury until
Yeah,
Puka
for
comes
a bit.
back. I would take him over. Um,
Jamar, CD,
yeah, and
Jones.
I would take him right now. And then Bijan, Josh
Always
Allen. I mean,
solid.
those guys are gonna every week. It's just those big players are gonna guaranteed get you so much points. I think his biggest weakness is just that second RB. I mean, Dowdle's gonna be good, but I think once Hubbard comes back and the Panthers aren't playing the Dolphins and the Cowboys, it might be really rough having that second RB scoring
Yeah.
maybe 10 points. But you never know. So, and tight end is a little bit rough for sure. But
Yeah, Njoku's not good.
no, and he's
He
injured
does have
now.
Fannin on his. He's had Fannin on his waivers before, I know, but he's dropped him. He also had Scadaboo, who he also dropped, which is very questionable. He dropped him for Kareem Hunt, which I remember we were both very confused about.
Yeah, I mean, if he had Scadaboo on this team, he'd be looking pretty.
Amazing.
So I I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, at least Trav got Scadaboo. He needed it. It would have really ruined the league if someone like Scary or me or Groove
Oh,
Holmes
for
picked
sure,
him up.
yeah.
It would have been completely unfair. So it worked out, but
I'd say after that, after Caleb Nichols, I feel like there's definitely a drop off in some teams. I
Yeah.
think there's like that's the top. Those 5, any of those 5 could win the league, and then there's a couple like 2 or 3 teams that are like definitely playoff team. But like,
yeah, we can
some
also
decent
kind of
players. And then we
talk
have some
about our
shitters.
dark horses after we go through all the teams and like who
Yeah.
we think actually has a chance, like in these bottom 6. I mean, bottom 7. But I mean, we won't spend too much time on the bottom
Yeah,
teams. But I mean, terrible RB room right here.
Wide
Just,
receiver.
I mean,
QB room. Yeah.
just I don't even know why this guy right here is still on a league.
Yeah,
That's
should not be
wild.
anywhere.
I mean, in a team, I just honestly we should just like delete him from our league. I don't think he should be rosterable.
He's not needed. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just put him on IR. But Yeah, you can talk too a little bit, but
Yeah, I mean, this running back room isn't the strongest besides James Cook having some pretty good stats at the beginning, but he seems to be cooling off a little bit, so we'll see how he plays today. His wide receiver room has some pretty solid options. Drake London's been doing pretty good the past couple weeks. Jefferson's found his groove too, and then Garrett Wilson was very solid except for the past week. He actually is he ranked number one? I didn't even realize
yeah,
he was ranked
and I
number
don't.
one.
I understand that too. I mean, that's an incredible wide
He
receiver
has
room.
some good options for sure. Like I tried to trade with him actually. He didn't want to give any of his players to me, but because I tried to get Debo or Wilson because I just need, as you'll see later, my team is terrible. I need some help.
But yeah, I mean,
Very strong
he
room.
tried to trade with me actually, and I offered him Bucky for London, which is actually a very good trade, even though London's
Why would
ranked
you?
number 6. It's no longer on the table. It was just
Good.
immediate because it was a couple weeks before when he was injured. But now I'm like, there's no reason to ruin my incredible RB room for it. But yeah,
For sure.
I mean, he should, and I think he has a good idea. He's wanting to get rid of one of these 4 guys for a good RB. So.
Yep.
And
And
then
then his tight ends are not great. I tried to give him Brock Bowers actually for some of his receivers, but he said he didn't want to give any of them up, so that's where we are.
Uh-huh.
Doug Hefferman, another one of the like mid-tier teams, I think that could definitely make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think this team, like, they have upside. I don't know why this guy is still on a team.
Yeah, he should not.
I think he's my number 1 hate watch right now, personally.
terrible.
But pisses me off. But yeah, I mean, great, very good QB room. I mean, that's incredible having May and Hurts. Great people to toggle between, and I mean, I think Pickens is going to be a great receiver. I mean, he put up 30 something this week. But
And DK too. DK, I feel like should not be that low for rankings. He's done pretty good the past couple weeks.
He has. So he might move up here too after this week. So I mean, you can see why he's ranked this low, just because he doesn't really have any of those top players, which are huge because they just average so much more points between the guys that are ranked 10 to 20. But he definitely has players like Genty and Pickens who could emerge as a top player. So
for sure.
This is Nate.
And he did have neighbors hurt, and so he definitely had a good team at the beginning. He had a couple other smaller injuries, but I mean, Baker as a QB is pretty good, and Stafford's not a bad backup. And he also has Achane, which is super nice because Achane's been a beast. Kamara
Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed Rice returning too is going to be good. Diggs hasn't been bad lately, but a couple of the other spots he has in the backups aren't really that strong. And he does have Tucker Kraft as tight end, but besides that, for his flex spot, he's kind of missing some options. But again, if he had neighbors, this would be a completely different team, having definitely another spot that you could have a good player in instead of having someone like DJ Moore or Chuba Hubbard in.
Yeah, and it's very unfortunate that Chuba Hubbard's probably not going to be startable, I would say.
Yeah.
After this week, because on that Panthers offense playing good defenses with Rico Dowdle splitting with him, he's still a good RB. And then the only thing is Alvin Kamara trade watch. But
he's definitely
if he gets traded, maybe. But yeah, and then Rasheed Rice when he comes back, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be as good as he was last year because there's now Worthy and other guys that are involved in the offense. It's not like he's going to be their only wide receiver, but it's not like he's coming off an injury. He's coming off a suspension. He's been healthy for weeks. So that's definitely interesting. Now I'll let you talk about your team.
So this team is terrible, as you can see. So I got Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy as my QBs. I picked up Purdy for my pick, and he's been hurt basically the entire year and hasn't done really too good just because I'm having so many injuries. So I did pick up Daniel Jones, which he's done decently for me so far. But the big disappointment for me has been so far Barkley and Walker. I mean, Barkley's should not even be 7th right now as the ranked. He's done nothing this year. He had that 20-point game. Kenneth Walker, I talk about him enough. I mean, he just can't get points. He's not a valuable fantasy option right now just because of having Zach Charbonnet splitting snaps. I am looking at Woody Marks right now and hoping he turns into something like Bucky Irving after the bye. I know Nick Chubb's older, and hopefully Woody Marks will take over the backfield like he did a couple weeks ago. But then my wide receivers, not good. I picked up Higgins and Williams. I did have Tyreek, which I'd be in a way better position if I did have Tyreek still. But, I mean, Higgins has not done anything good. Williams finally had a good week this week, and the one week I didn't start him, he drops good points, so...
I told you to. I told you I had it in my feeling. I was like, you should start J-Mo and Kendrick Bourne. And I
did have
nailed that.
Kendrick Bourne was good.
I was lucky. But
I picked up Dobbs and Kupp just because I have literally no one. I am hoping that Ayuk will be a decent person to have in once he's back, but again, I don't know when that's going to be. And my tight ends, Bowers has underperformed a lot this year too, and with his injuries too as well. And then Darren Waller has done pretty good for me since he's been playing, but again, we'll just see how long it lasts with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So, not happy with my team this year. I just hope I can make it into the playoffs, and then maybe
The good thing,
something just
though,
chokes.
is this, because when you had Reek and stuff,
for
you're
sure.
better. I mean, if you go to your number 7 in record, and I mean,
I am
you're
3-3
tied with,
though now.
yeah, you're tied with all these guys, but I know
I
a couple
know.
other of them lost. Because I think he lost too. And I think Nate
I
lost.
forget.
I don't know for sure. We can
Yeah.
look at that too. We'll go over. Right before we end, we can kind of look at the matchups
for
this
sure.
week too, because I have that pulled up as well. But
And then we just got a couple other teams we could just skim by through real quick. These guys
Yeah.
don't have great teams.
but
As you can
I mean,
see,
this
7th
might
ranked
turn
QB.
into something. And this was a really good starter the last couple weeks. But when Bucky comes back, Rashad White's no longer startable.
Yeah.
So
The only good person right now has been Amon-Ra. Besides that, his team doesn't
Yeah.
look good. Maybe Marvin Harrison, but besides that, we can skip past his team.
no,
Not
yeah,
too active in the
he
league
should. He
either.
needs to trade Amon-Ra for capital, but he's not
He has
active.
to.
So
Yeah.
and then, I mean, it okay, but
An okay team, but again, not very active. Has Devontae, who's, I guess, his best
decent
player.
RB room.
Decent
but-
RB room to Scadab. Scadab is probably his best player, actually, right now, which he picked up off
Probably
waivers.
Adams. I'd take Adams, but
Maybe.
it's hard to say.
But not a good team. Not very
Decent
active
tight end
either.
group. See, this is what I'm saying.
Ferguson-
He's ranked number 2 just because he has 3 tight ends. But
Yeah. Kyle Pitts is not viable right now, I
No.
still say. Ferguson's good, but not onto the last team. Oh, I didn't realize he's ranked last. He actually beat me this week. We got Mike's team at the last person.
yeah, and yeah,
Those are issues there for sure. Good QB. I mean, Caleb
Chase.
Williams. Chase is good, but Chase has underperformed a lot. Brian Thomas has too, and then Worthy being hurt too. And he would have had a pretty good team coming into the
Yeah.
year.
I
if,
mean-
Chase Brown's doing good too, for sure.
Could be
He
a
kinda
little
got
bit of-
unlucky.
could be a little bit of a dark horse. I will be honest, just
He
because if
could.
Travis Hunter gets good, just because of our league, you can start him at the DB,
That's
and then
good
if
defense,
Worthy and Thomas and Chase become startable, that's going to be his wide receiver room is going to be very valuable.
Chase
for
Brown
sure.
to step up too, and Trey
Uh-huh.
Benson to be back too is going to be helpful for him.
Yeah, when this guy comes back, maybe if the Bengals offense looks better. So I'd say this is maybe a little bit of a
A
dark
dark
horse.
horse. He could definitely make it.
I mean, this is terrible, whatever's going on with his tight end room.
Yeah.
But, and his QB, he should probably pick up Darnold. But Fields, he's been playing terrible, but he's also been averaging a lot of points. So
Defense.
it's just, he can string some wins together.
Definitely.
But it's, I mean, I'm not surprised that all of his players are red. He has one green player that's very good. So,
Yep.
yeah, that's kind of our league. Very interesting. I mean, I'm
For
doing
sure.
much better than I was last year. Last week I was down here the whole time.
You're where I was, basically.
Yeah, we're basically switched, just playing waivers, trying to pick through people, but you can do it. I mean, I got McConkey on my team, Bucky Irving on my team.
Yeah, for sure.
If you really watch everything, you can find some of those players that are.
Definitely, yeah.
I had Brian Thomas Jr. the whole year and dropped him right before he went off.
Yeah,
so
that was rough for you.
stuff like that. And then we'll look real quick at this week, the results, who played who. Now that you
For
kind of
sure.
know a little bit about our league, we're both in a couple other leagues that we'll mention from time to time, but.
We'll go into those more detail.
I think I'm still sharing. Are you seeing?
I still see Flock. You have to unshare the tab.
Yeah,
and unshare the
yeah.
one.
I got it. Unshare. Stop. Screen. And. Edit. Sweet. So this is our league.
Good boy. Oh, no. That's the inactives. Yeah, the battle of the inactives was horrible this week.
Yeah, is
No
Drab
QB.
not active?
No, he has no QB in, as you can see.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that.
And he still might win, which is just crazy. He's still going to win. That's so bad.
It's ridiculous. You're not seeing the percentages, but I mean,
No.
we'll start with this one since first. This is the battle of the best two, first and second right now, which is kind of cool. But I mean, it's just as you can see on this side, you have 30, 16, 30. I mean, just everyone on this team played well except Njoku.
And
So-
Beacon and Jake and Josh still play.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Right.
just an incredible team. Definitely very good. And AJ Brown actually put up 14. And I mean, I have a decent team, but I mean, these people played good. But Ibuka getting hurt, Sutton getting hurt, it really holds me back. And Carter, I probably should have started. golden, but it is what it is. I just have Bucky's hurt, McLaurin's hurt. It's just kind of rough. Mason's on a bye, but yeah, he definitely beat me. Unless I need Krusty Merritt to score about
no, not yet. It's over. It's over.
15 more points than Josh Allen and Bijan combined. So maybe if the Bills win 6-3 tonight, I could win. So there's a very, very, very outside chance, but I lost. So we'll go over to your matchup this week.
Yeah, nothing really special happened here.
Yeah.
He still has Caleb to play. I have my team. Terrible performance once again. I don't even want to see this anymore. Go to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see he's really unhappy about this right here.
Yep, that and the other running back. It's
ridiculous.
Other ones got projections, but those two
then
just fell way behind.
18 from JMO finally, and he's on his bench. So
yep,
kind of rough.
Pretty annoying.
Losing to a pretty bad team too.
Yep. This one is close again, man. Doug Hefferman has had some hard losses.
Mm-hmm.
He's lost some really close games. He lost one game to Caleb Nichols by, I think it was 0.1 or something, wasn't it? There is some team that lost by 0.1 at some point in this season, I know.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It happens. But he has a decent team when they perform.
I think have they both played all their players?
Is it? No, he has Matt Prater. Oh, just a kicker. How many points does he need?
He already won, it looks like.
Yeah, okay.
Trav has someone to play. Yeah, so it looks like...
Yeah, he should win that.
It looks like
Andy.
Doug Hefferman, which is, that's what I'm saying. No, Andy lost.
Yeah, for sure. However, there was a kicker that got -1 points this week, so it can still happen.
It could happen. That'd be crazy. You'd have to get -2.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
It's not. It is what it is. But
I need a win for him though, for sure.
Unhappy he lost. So
yeah,
because he's one of the really good teams. And then this team, projected 113. Projected. Yeah, this is very close. He still has
a lot of
Cook,
players.
London, Samuel. Wow.
I think he should beat him
tonight.
And he has DeAndre Swift still. Yeah, he should win that game, I think.
And so, wow, -1 points from the kicker. That's
what it was. Yeah, it was Cam Little. That was bad.
So tragic. But yeah, so his whole team's played, so it's just kind of a can he score? But he's projected 113, so it's going to be a very close game. But
yeah,
I think with Deebo Samuel's going to go off. Drake, it's all shootouts today. I think it's going to be exciting games.
We're going to talk about that game.
Yeah, that's not important. Inactives make your delete look bad, but and then this is an interesting week.
This is close.
Projection 139, 103. Yeah, got absolutely blown out by Groove Holmes. Very good. I'll be tied with him after this week, but yeah. So definitely some of the best teams. The only upset of the week I think would be this one right here.
Yeah, I think so. That was basically it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's our league. Pretty interesting. So
yeah, thank you all for whoever watched this, even if all the way through, just some parts of it. Really appreciate it. And yeah, any closing remarks from you got to say?
Yeah, no, we just if anyone wants to comment what you need to win tonight if you're playing fantasy football.
Yeah, we'll respond to any comment. We didn't get any last video because we just started this, but any comments
30 views is decent.
To.
So
hey, we'll take it. Yeah, we'll take
Subscribe, as they all say. But
absolutely.
Just a view if you want to watch, find it interesting. We appreciate it. We'll be posting at least twice a week. Is our goal.
Yep, for sure.
Post pre-week and a post-week, and talk about our fantasy league, kind of keeping track of what's going on, and we'll come up with some fun things to share. So
anything else anyone in the comments wants to see, we'll try to include it. And we'll also be starting to do some stuff on Twitter and Instagram hopefully soon.
Yeah, I got an Instagram account set up if you want to go follow that. No followers right now, still getting it going, but it's just Frosty Chicken _IG. So
I'm sure we'll have this in the description of the channel, but yeah, thank you all for watching.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys. See you in a couple days.